Dear students, welcome to the online class of English Literature. The second lesson is Ravi and the Weeping Princess, Part 1. Children, I am sure you will love reading it. The story is about Ravi and his uncle, Uncle Mike's collection of stamps. So now open your book to page number 133. 133. Ravi and the Weeping Princess, Part 1. A shaft of light fell on Ravi's face as he lay asleep in his room. He woke suddenly. He sat up, rubbed his eyes, and stretched. He gave a big yawn and climbed out of bed. So, children, shaft means a ray. So, a ray of light fell on Ravi's face as he lay asleep in his room. So he woke up suddenly, rubbed his eyes, and stretched his body. He gave a big yawn and climbed means came out of the bed. Let's read ahead. Ravi was pleased that it was a nice bright day because his friend Ashok had said he would come and play football with him. It was Sunday, so there was no school, but it had rained the whole week, so the boys were looking forward to a game of football. He washed and changed and then ran downstairs to the kitchen where his mother was cooking dosas. Ravi loved eating dosas and always looked forward to breakfast on Sunday. So, children, Ravi was very happy to see a nice bright day because his friend Ashok had said that he would come and play football with him. It was a Sunday, so there was no school, and it had rained the whole week, so the boys were really very excited to play football. So, Ravi got ready and ran downstairs to the kitchen where his mother was cooking dosas. Ravi loved eating dosas and always looked forward to breakfast on Sundays. Now let's read ahead. As Ravi was halfway through his first dosa, there was a loud crash and a deep rumbling sound from outside. That sounds like thunder, said Ravi's mother. I think we're going to get some more rain today. Ravi left his dosa and ran outside. He looked up into the sky and his face became sad. Over the town in the west, there were huge thunder clouds. They were moving towards Ravi's house, and he could see that already the hills in the distance were covered with mist. It will soon be raining here, he thought to himself, and then Ashok won't come. Ravi pushed his hands deep into his pockets and kicked a stone that was on the path. Gloomily, he walked back to the house. As Ravi got to his doorstep, he heard the sound of a car on the road. He turned to see an old Austin motor car pull up outside his gate. A tall, grey-haired Englishman stepped out of the car. Ravi ran to the gate to meet him. Hello, Uncle Mike, cried Ravi as the Englishman came through the gate. So, children, halfway means midway between 2 points. So, while Ravi had finished half of his dosa, he heard a loud crash. Crash means a sudden loud noise as of something was breaking or hitting another object, and a deep rumbling. Rumbling means a continuous deep resonant sound outside. So his mother said that all this sounds like thunder and there would be more rain today. So Ravi left his dosa and ran outside. He looked up into the sky and his face became sad. He saw huge thunder clouds and the hills in the distance were covered with mist. And what is mist, children? Mist is a cloud of tiny water droplets suspended in the atmosphere at or near the earth's surface that limits visibility. So he thought to himself that it will soon be raining here and then Ashok won't come. So he got really disappointed because you know that all the children were really excited to play football. But again, there was rain, so obviously there would be no football match. For example, Sanjay is the fastest of all. Mayank is the best student of all. My brother is the tallest of all. Now let's read ahead. Uncle Mike was an old friend. At one time, he had worked with Ravi's father. He often came to see the family on Sunday, and it was usually at breakfast time because he loved dosas too. He thought that Ravi's mother was the best cook in the world. Uncle Mike held up a large brown packet. Here you are, Ravi. I've bought you a present. He gave the packet to Ravi. As soon as they got inside the house, Ravi opened the packet. In it, there was an old album and a metal box. Whatever can this be? He asked as he opened the box. Stamps, he yelled as the whole box tipped over and hundreds of colorful stamps poured out onto the floor. In the album, too, there were hundreds of stamps stuck in neat rows on each page. This, said Uncle Mike, is my old stamp album. When I was young, I used to collect stamps. I thought that you would like them, as my own children are all grown up now and have gone abroad. Most of the stamps are very common, ordinary ones, but I am sure you will have lots of fun sorting them out. There are no really rare stamps in the collection. However, I am sure that if you continue to collect stamps, one day you will find a rare one. His eyes twinkled and he smiled at Ravi. How will I know if it is a rare stamp? Asked Ravi. Oh, I'm sure you'll know when you find one. You have to be careful that it isn't a forged one, though. Now, while your mother is making me a hot dosa, sit down and I'll tell you the story of the weeping princess. So, children, as you already know that it was a Sunday and Ravi's uncle, Uncle Mike, had come to visit them. Uncle Mike was an old friend. At one point, he had worked with Ravi's father. And children, why did he come on Sundays? Because he also loved eating dosas. And Ravi's mother used to make dosas only on Sundays. So Uncle Mike gave a present to Ravi. And as Ravi opened the packet, there was an old album and a metal box. He was very excited, so he asked, "What is there in this?" He said stamps and he yelled. Yelled means to shout in a loud, sharp way. As the whole box tipped over. Tipped over means to cause something to fall over, and hundreds of colorful stamps poured. Poured means flowed rapidly in a steady stream, so fell on the floor. In the album too, there were hundreds of stamps stuck in neat rows on each page. So Uncle Mike told him that this is his old stamp album. Uncle Mike told Ravi that when he was young, he used to collect stamps and he thought that Ravi would like them. As his own children were all grown up and have gone abroad. Abroad means to a foreign country. He also told Ravi that most of the stamps are very common, ordinary ones, but he is sure that if Ravi continues to collect stamps, he would find a rare stamp. Rare means unusually good or remarkable. And Ravi would have lots of fun sorting them out. Sorting means Sorting is a process of arranging items systematically. Then Ravi asked Uncle Mike that how he would come to know that if it is a rare stamp or not. So Uncle Mike replied that he would automatically know whether a stamp is a rare one or a common one. He also warned Ravi that some stamps are forged ones. Forged means made or copied illegally or fake. So Ravi has to be very careful while sorting the stamps. Uncle Mike told Ravi that while Ravi's mother was making hot dosas, come on, let's sit, and he would tell Ravi the story of Weeping Princess. Just then, there was a loud clap of thunder and the rain began to pour down. Uncle Mike made himself comfortable in a large chair. Ravi looked out of the window at the pouring rain and then sat at Uncle Mike's feet to listen. Uncle Mike began his story. So, children, it was raining outside. Uncle Mike made himself comfortable in a large chair, and Ravi sat at Uncle Mike's feet to listen to the story. Now, let's read ahead. When I was young, I used to collect stamps. I was very keen on stamps, and my parents were always writing to their relations all over the world. Every time they got a reply, and on each envelope that came through the post, there was always a colorful stamp. Sometimes their friends wrote to me and sent me stamps for my collection. So, children, Uncle Mike told Ravi that when he was young, he used to collect stamps. He was very keen. Keen means eager or interested on collecting stamps. And his parents, means Uncle Mike's parents, always wrote letters to their relatives all over the world. And when the relatives replied back, on each envelope that came through the post, there was always a colorful stamp. And sometimes their friends wrote to Uncle Mike and sent him stamps for his collection. Let's read ahead. Now you know that a great number of people in the world collect stamps. In fact, soon after the first stamp was issued in 1840 in England, people began to collect stamps. The first stamp was called the penny black, and today it is worth a lot of money. When stamps are being printed, the printers have to be careful that all of them are exactly the same. If one of the stamps is different in any way, then every collector wants to own that stamp and it becomes very precious. So, children, Uncle Mike tells Ravi that a great number of people in the world collect stamps. In fact, soon after the first stamp that was issued in 1840 in England, people began to collect stamps. And children, the first stamp was called the penny black, and today it is worth a lot of money, so it is really precious. And one more important point, Uncle Mike tells Ravi that when stamps are being printed, the printers have to be very careful that all of them are exactly the same. So while printing, the printers have to be really careful, okay? If one of the stamps is different in any way, then every collector wants to own that stamp and it becomes very precious. So, 3 important points Uncle Mike tells Ravi here. The first is that the first stamp was issued in 1840 in England. The first stamp was called the penny black. And while printing, the printers have to be careful that all the stamps are the same. Ravi's eyes were wide open and he was listening carefully to what Uncle Mike was saying. Ravi's mother came into the room and asked Uncle Mike to come into the dining room because his dosa was ready. Ravi and Uncle Mike went into the dining room and Uncle Mike continued his story. So, children, Ravi was very excited and he was listening to the story very carefully. And then Ravi's mother entered the room and asked Uncle Mike to come to the dining room to have his dosa, as the dosa was ready. And Uncle Mike continued with the story. So, let's read ahead. Well, when I was just a boy, the King of England was a man called George. He was George the Fifth, and he had been King of England for 25 years. The year was 1936. Now, when someone has been king for 25 years, it is quite a great occasion. The people in many countries celebrated this anniversary. In Canada, they issued a stamp showing the king's granddaughter, Princess Elizabeth. When the stamp was being printed, the printers made a small mistake. So, children, Uncle Mike told Ravi that when he was just a boy, the King of England was a man called George. So, the name of the King of England was George. He was George the Fifth, and he had been the King of England for 25 years. The year was 1936. And children, when someone has been king for 25 years, it is quite a great occasion. The people in many countries celebrated this anniversary. In Canada, they issued a stamp showing the king's granddaughter, Princess Elizabeth. And children, when the stamp was being printed, the printers made a small mistake. Now let's see what was the small mistake. Let's read ahead. Every 21st stamp on a sheet of 100 stamps showed a tiny colored mark under the eyes of the princess. There were only about 8,000 of these stamps printed, and every collector wanted one. The stamp became known as the Weeping Princess because the mark looked exactly like a small tear. Whenever a letter came from Canada, I always looked to see if the Weeping Princess was on it or inside it. But alas, I never found one. So, children, Uncle Mike tells Ravi the small mistake, and the mistake was that every 21st stamp on a sheet of 100 stamps showed a tiny colored mark under the eyes of the princess. So, on a sheet of 100 stamps, the 21st stamp showed a tiny colored mark under the eyes of the princess. There were only about 8,000 of these stamps printed, and every collector wanted one. This stamp was called the Weeping Princess because the mark looked exactly like a tiny tear. And children, whenever a letter came from Canada, Uncle Mike always looked to see if the Weeping Princess was on it or inside it, but alas, he never found one. Let's read ahead. Soon afterwards, continued Uncle Mike, some clever people began to make their own copies. They took the ordinary stamps of the princess and very cleverly made a mark on them just like a tear. Lots of people thought these forged stamps were real and paid quite high prices for them. But I didn't even get a forged one. So, children, Uncle Mike tells Ravi that soon after, some clever people they began to make their own copies. They took the ordinary stamps of the princess and very cleverly, very smartly, they made a mark on them just like a tear. Lots of people thought that these forged or the fake stamps were the real ones and paid quite high prices for them. But Uncle Mike didn't even find or get a fake copy. Uncle Mike finished his dosa and went to wash his hands. Thank you, he said to Ravi's mother. That was most delicious. He gave her a big smile and then turned to Ravi. Well, Ravi, I hope you have more luck than I did. Look after the stamps well, and one day, you never know, you may well find a very rare stamp. I hope so, said Ravi. That would really be exciting. Thank you very much, Uncle Mike. I now have something to do today. Uncle Mike laughed and went into the next room to talk to Ravi's father. So, children, Uncle Mike finished his dosa, he washed his hands, said a thank you to Ravi's mother, and said that it was a very tasty dosa. He gave her a big smile and turned to Ravi and wished him luck that he may find a very rare stamp someday. Ravi was really excited. He thanked Uncle Mike, and soon Uncle Mike went to the next room to talk to Ravi's father. So, children, do you think that Ravi would find a rare stamp? Well, this we will come to know in the next part. Now, let's underline the difficult words. So, open your book to page number 133. The first word is shaft. Next, rubbed. Next, stretched. Next, pleased. Next, downstairs. Next, halfway. Next, rumbling. Next, mist. Next, pockets. Next, gloomily. Next, doorstep. Next, Austin. Next, yelled. Next, tipped. Next, poured. Next, abroad. Next, sorting. Next, rare. Next, twinkled. Next, forged. Next, weeping princess. Next, pouring. Next, keen. Next, colorful. Next, penny black. Next, collector. Next, precious. Next, listening. Next, continued. Next, delicious. And the last word is exciting. Now, children, you will write the difficult words in your rough register and you will make sentences of the following words again in your rough register. The first word is delicious. The second word is keen. The third word is rare. The fourth word is colorful. And the fifth word is forged. Children, please read the lesson carefully. And in the next video, we will be doing the question answers and the reference to context. Thank you.